Where were you at 7 that evening?
At 7? Somewhere on the Brooklyn Bridge.
Can anybody confirm that?
Maybe that kid in the sports car that gave me the finger.
If I were you, I wouldn't screw around in this situation.
And what's the situation?
You'll see in a moment.
Let's talk about the power plant. How did you get there?
The next day I read about the accident at the gate crossing, and I promised myself that I'd never again pass on a tip.
Did he call you?
Yeah, I realized that it was him right away.
What did he say?
He described the place. It was the power plant.
How did he start?
Without needless words, he gave me the address.
What time was it?
About 6 p.m.
Did he call you on your cell? Where were you?
I was coming back from work.
May I see your cell phone?
No.
No? Are you sure?
If charges are brought against you, your refusal may be treated as concealing evidence.
This is not only my cell, but also my tool. Names, messages, appointments. Information about people who would never have revealed it if they had known it would fall into your hands. There's a lot of info that you ain't gonna get without a guarantee of anonymity. You realize that?
You're scared we're gonna check who your snitch is in the town hall?
Somebody's life is at stake here.
I can only show you the entry connected with that call.
All right.
No. Our experts need to check everything.
No way.
We're gonna have a warrant.
Great.
Getting close to a head-on crash with your judiciary.
You like hounds. Track down, seize, bite to death.
If you knew how difficult it was, how many managed to escape?
If anybody finds out I gave names out of my notebook to the cops, I'm finished. They won't even let me rewrite other people's texts at the office.
As you wish. The choice is yours. Just remember that somebody's going to end up in the electric chair, and I'm sure it's going to be the murderer. I just don't know who it is yet.
What time did you arrive at the power plant?
It must have taken about an hour, about 7.
Did you notice anybody outside?
No car, no people. I must have come from a different side than you did.
And then?
I thought I'd heard some noise from the other side of the building, so I walked around that way, along the dark corridors.
Go on.
Well, I saw you climb down the chain into the generator. I had this strange feeling I had just lost the picture of the year. I switched the camera on, leaned out from the balcony, and snapped. When you jumped to your feet, I decided it was time to scram.
It wasn't typical for a vulture preying at the crime scene. This is how perpetrators act.
A vulture?
I'm saying you behaved like a perpetrator.
What I did was right. I bet if my camera was taken, I'd have lost everything.
Then why didn't you publish the picture right away?
It was too late. I stopped by my place in order to calm down. I thought I'd have to talk to my boss first, and I did it first thing in the morning.
Did he offer a promotion?
He gave me a free hand and his support.
He's gonna turn his back on you as soon as I ask if I can search your desk.
You don't understand what really counts.
Enlighten me.
The name. Under the picture in the article on the front page, exclusive rights. And nobody in tow. Nobody who after a couple of years might claim it was them who did the whole job.
Ah, so this is what you negotiated in the morning. Before we talk about Louisiana, shall we take the fingerprints?
I'll fetch the form.
I don't agree.
What?
I don't want you taking my fingerprints.
Freedom of press can't guarantee you that. You're fighting a losing battle.
We're gonna have to charge you.
Yeah, I bet you've already fixed it with the judge.
Listen, there is no need to do it as long as you cooperate with us, but no judge is gonna plead your cause.
Talk to your lawyer. He'll tell you the same thing.
I'd like a drink. Could I get a cola?
Okay, I'll fetch a can, and you think it over.
After a long and arduous effort, I managed to recover a fingerprint from the device which immobilized that car.
Wang, you rule!
Tell it to the boss.
I sure will. So, where should I look?
Next to the secretary's office.
I meant the fingerprint.
It's in Big Brother.
I owe you. What is it?
He's playing with us, trying to drag us to tabloid hell.
He's provoking us, wants us to arrest him. That's incredible.
He's gonna regret it. We have to charge him, not with obstructing the investigation, but with murder. We've got to secure the evidence, get his cell, search his apartment and desk at work.
You think it's him?
That's very probable.
Well, there's still the security guard, Benson. This series seems to be revolving around him.
But in an absurd way. Besides, he's got a cast-iron alibi for Carter's murder.
Anyway, we can't let the journalist keep the evidence in this case. Who knows what pictures he's managed to take so far? I've got a feeling that once we arrest him, we'll find ourselves in the Storm Center.
That's what his game is about. There has to be a lot of commotion because he wants to make a name for himself. These days, if you want to attract attention for a longer period of time, it's not enough to write about a murder. You have to write it from the first-person perspective.
He wouldn't behave like that if he was the murderer.
Quite the opposite. He gives accounts of the crimes, and he's going to add the description of the arrest and the trial. Many serial killers want fame so much, they're willing to risk exposure.
No, it's absurd. The journalist isn't mentally unstable.
Who knows? Maybe he simply believes he's left no traces?
I'm not in favor of arresting him, and we have no other proof besides the fact that he follows the crimes.
Even if it's not him, he's still carrying out the killer's plan. He goes where the murderer points him to and then makes him famous. I think he's at least an accomplice.
In a way, we're accomplices too.
You know what? Maybe he's so sure of himself because the killers let him know there's going to be another murder soon. The journalist will go through arrest, humiliation, and then, when we discover the next victim, he will triumph and slam us in his paper.
I don't know if we aren't getting paranoid.
I've got an idea. His fingerprints are going to be on the can. Check them and I'll try to wring the truth out of him. There are things to ask him. We haven't talked about Louisiana yet. If none of it does any good, we'll charge him with the last 2 murders.
I'll be right back.
Good luck.
He's willing to pay any price to make his mark. Here it is.
Thank you.
Have you thought it over?
I haven't changed my mind.
You know what? I'll clean up here. Take the can to a recycling bin, and you think about it some more. But that's your last chance.
As you wish, but it won't change a thing.
Hi, Wang.
You're not on vacation?
Stop fooling around.
Ask Ruth to make you a badge. 1 capitalized word.
Hey, you mean the word?
Don't say it out loud. The FBI taps everybody.
Can you take the fingerprint from this can?
Unsecured? What is it?
A trick. This guy didn't want to cooperate.
You won't get far with it.
Sure thing. We just need to know if we should keep him here or not. At the moment, it's 50-50.
So the fingerprint decides. Okay, I'll take it and send it to the database.
Put it in a cardman's file. There are also my fingerprints at the bottom. Leave them out.
Okay.
Bye, Wang.
Bye.
Nicole, where are you?
In the lab.
Your father called. He couldn't reach you.
Thanks. I'll call him in a minute. If I want to make a phone call, I need to leave the lab. I shouldn't bother Wang with my private affairs. Dad, what's wrong?
Mom's in the hospital.
What happened?
She's had a stroke. It's the diabetes. She's in a coma.
Oh, God. What did the doctors say?
They're giving her the thrombolytic drugs. Dr. Johansson says she's stable. Everything's under control.
When is she going to awake?
I don't know that. Are you coming?
Yes, Dad, but I won't make it today. Tomorrow, all right?
You know she hasn't been taking care of her health recently.
Dad, it's gonna be fine.
I know that. Bye, sweetie. I see you soon.
Are you okay?
Yeah. The Owens are helping me.
Bye. Take care. My mother never took care of her health. I need to be there for Dad, but I can't do it today. I'll go there first thing in the morning. What about the fingerprints?
I added them to the database.
Thanks. I need access to Big Brother.
He's all yours. Just don't pester me anymore. I've got some work I need to focus on.
Bye, Wang.
Bye.
I should compare the fingerprint found by Wang with the fingerprint of the journalist. The fragment I found doesn't match the original from the database. UAFD07 database access denied. They're not the same. It's not a match.
What are you talking about?
I compared the fingerprints from the can with the ones from the chip. They belong to different people.
Well, at least you know that.
The new fingerprints can't be matched with anybody. There's no such record in the database.
Maybe you should check the military database.
I don't have full access. I don't have full access to the database.
Go complain to the boss.
Bye, Wang.
Bye.